We just had a nice Ask Me Anything post on the subreddit about the arena game mode that everyone seems to be really loving, myself included. I spammed it a lot until I got to Gladiator. We just got quite a lot of cool new info from multiple rioters about the future of the game mode and more details, so let's go over the most interesting bits. There were some really funny removed augments. 3 of those would be Shit Take Happens. A deadly mushroom spawns somewhere randomly in the arena each round, and anyone can detonate it, but only you can see it. Flicker at start of combat and every 13 seconds, automatically teleport to a random location within the arena and stealth for 1 second. Your first stealth each round lasts 3.5 seconds instead. And Pass a Fist. You cannot attack, but your ally gains 50% of your AD and attack speed, and their attacks trigger your own hit effects. When asked about letting us queue with more than 2 people or make custom games, they said that they want it to happen eventually if they keep the game mode, but didn't have time to implement it into customs yet since there are some leak spaghetti code limitations with the client, but if the game is popular enough, they want to eventually let us queue with more people and implement it into customs as well. But it would be awesome to play with an entire pre-made lobby with your friends, if you have 7 friends. You can just go buy some online. They also got asked about adding new maps. They used the excuse that maps are hard to be made and used the Snow Rift as an example, even if there are mods for maps made by one person that work perfectly. But the thing is, arenas are a lot smaller than Summoner's Rift and don't have Dragon Rift changes, so it would be easier to make new maps and arenas and art like in TFT. So they would love to add more maps or change existing ones later on. Also, the cameos for Soul Fighters should be just for this event, and they will get removed or replaced with something else if the game mode stays after the event. And there are already plans for new augments, so that will be really fun to see having new augments getting added with updates. But the most important question here is what are the chances of the game mode becoming a permanent mode, which I really hope it happens. They said that so far they are very happy with how things turned out and the popularity of the game mode is pretty great, but since it's only up for about a week, it's a bit too early to tell, and it could be a honeymoon or hype period that might drop later on. So it could go down the route of Nexus Blitz and other game modes where people really liked it for the first few weeks, but then most people stopped playing. So we'll need to wait a bit more to see how it performs. But if you want it to become permanent, just keep playing it. But I think unlike Nexus Blitz and a lot of the other game modes, this one having a ranking system also helps make it more replayable, since you also have your rating to work towards. Even if it's quite easy to climb so far, since you get like 200 points for a win and only lose about 60 for a defeat on the 4th place, so everyone can reach Gladiator quite easily if they play a couple of matches. It really is a super fun game mode and should definitely be kept permanent with constant updates like new maps and new augments in my opinion. They already approached the game mode as one that could become permanent from a technical standpoint, just like TFT, or at least to be easier to be regularly brought back with updates unlike other temporary game modes. In terms of balance, this mode might be a bit trickier to balance champions around due to the nature of it and how it's a duo mode and how some champions have clear advantages in the arena setting compared to the Rift, since we see the same champions banned or picked every match and some have insane win rates compared to others, so balance wise we will also have nerfs and buffs to champions constantly, just like we do on Summoner's Rift. Those are the most important bits from the thread. Let me know what you think about the game mode so far, and if you think you'll want to play it forever so it gets turned into a permanent one, leave a like or I will throw you off the map, and thanks for watching.